私が7つの大罪、傲慢の罪、ライオン神、エスカノール様だ。
So the new Merlin banner came out.
Did it?
Odd. No.
Oh, okay. Thank
Stop
you.
recording. I'm just kidding. No. So she came out as a standalone banner. They said no Hellbroom for global. Hellbroom is never coming out. Hellbroom will remain a GP exclusive. Very good because global is never going to go through the horror of Kingbroom, I guess. But yeah, should people summon the banner? I have here Speedy and Mystic, which are recording their videos as well, and I'm going to do the intro for all the videos because I have the most subs. So
Yep. Nagato is the superior
Listen, might have the
Grand
most
Cross
subs
tuber.
right now, but Mystic has the highest CP, dude.
True.
I have the highest. Don't say those words. Don't say those words.
We have more than you, dude. I upgraded Diane's gear and got above you by like 200 now.
Yep.
No. I'm at like almost 201k.
Okay, well,
We're-
you know what?
we're at
Listen here. My
2.4.
wallet is not as big as yours, so you need to relax.
I had one euro in my bank account. It doesn't matter, okay?
Okay.
Everyone gets $10 trillion more.
Merlin is a really good unit. Like
Yes.
she's like a unit I still use on JP on my PvP and gear team.
Merlin is a unit that I like. When everyone else is doing like a top 5, top 10, I feel like Merlin gets underrated so much, and I'm always like Merlin advocate. Merlin, amazing unit. To the end of time, one of the best units on PvP, never gonna go outdated. And the main thing about her is that
And she will get outdated if they make her passive better in some other unit.
that's true. But the main thing about her is that because she doesn't do a lot of damage, she's like a utility unit, so she doesn't get seen the same way as other units that do like big
She
numbers.
does a lot of damage. Her ultimate's really hard.
Yeah, but that's like she
three and stuff.
like her ultimate is fine. But I mean, just like in general, she's a utility unit, right? You snatch ultimate gauges and you have barrier.
Yeah, she's a really helpful unit. Like she's not like Escanor, right? Escanor is flashy. You see him doing damage, you see him destroying. Merlin's like, hi guys, I'm taking off the ult gauge now.
I can't
But she's
wait
really
to
good.
run my Valenti Merlin combo.
Ugh,
Yes.
disgusting.
Disgusting. No shit.
The other day I faced Valenti, Merlin, Green Lilia, which reduces damage dealt on PvP by 16%, and Taizo, which reduces damage taken on PvP by 20%. So it was not fun.
How long was the match?
It was 20 minutes. I'm not even
Yes. That's
It
what I
was
love
20
to
minutes.
hear.
joking. And I lost. It was 20 minutes and I lost. It was
Aha.
fun.
But
But-
what do you call it? The point of those teams are to break the will of your opponent.
Yeah, I almost gave up.
So after one match, you're done playing for the whole day.
That's it.
The point of that team.
And the best part is when you queue up again and you get the same opponent.
You just instantly quit.
Yep, it's over.
Did that the other day.
Okay,
But
let's
right
get
now,
on.
Merlin doesn't do all that. It's just not
Okay,
gonna
okay,
do
the
that.
actual video.
No, but here's the thing, right? She's really good, but the issue is it's the same issue that Bond had. They'll be in the coin shop, right? Eventually, Bond's not in the coin shop because they were like, not this week. But Merlin's gonna be in the coin shop, so is it worth spending gems to pull her when you know you can buy her later? That's the real question, right? And personally, right, I think that if you're already champions, I think you can throw 2 or 3 multis in this banner. But if you're very low on PvP, first you're not gonna need her, right? You're already low. Yeah, she's nice for ranking up, but I think as a 4th unit right now on global, you can easily use Red Elizabeth or Gil Thunder, so it's not that big of a deal. And you're not getting as many gems, right? Because so many masters are already getting 50 plus gems a week, potentially 60. But if you're like in gold, you're getting 30, which is just 1 multi compared to like 2 multis from champions. So I think it's not worth going deep for her. But if you pull her first or second multi, that's a really nice pull.
It's not like she's an amazing unit, but it's not like she's game changing.
Mm-hmm.
Whereas like if Hellbroom dropped, then it's like if you don't have Hellbroom,
Yeah,
good luck.
But here's the thing, right? Hellbroom, I would say, is as good as Merlin. But here's the difference. Hellbroom is only summonable.
Right.
You can't buy him. That's the real kicker, right? And Hellbroom will be in banners later. Merlin won't. Merlin should. Because
So yeah,
Bond had
let's talk
text,
about that
but-
for a second, because that was the big thing from Bond's banner to now, if you're taking a look at the banner, right? At least on my screen, I have the banner up. Right under where it says pick up, draw, new hero, rate up, on Bond's banner, and originally on this banner, it used to say the hero would be added to pick up, draw after the banner ends. And that text is no longer here.
Because here's the thing, right? Bond had that for a whole week. They didn't, like, they could have easily, first, not put it all, right? They could have removed that before they put it in the game. Or, in the middle of the week, they could have just do like a really quick patch, like a 30-minute patch, or even less, like 20-minute patch. Just remove that and say, my bad. It was on purpose. But they
left it.
They waited until the banner was done to then say,
Okay.
No.
Let me ask you guys this. Since we know how good the dev team behind the JP Grand Cross is, do you guys think the global dev team will realize their mistake? Kind of after seeing, all the complaints from the global players, and they'll do something to fix it.
I think so. I think, if anything, the Korean and the JP devs are going to be just punching them up in the face and say, "What?"
I'm gonna go tattletale.
Based off of KOF, they definitely do listen to the fan base, because I forgot what it was. There's a problem with the English version of KOF that JP didn't have a problem with, and they fixed it within like a week or two playing it. Because the thing with Netmarble is they do listen to the play base, contrary to
unlike Bandai.
Yes, unlike Bandai Angry, they actually listen to the play base and they actually try to change things if they get enough like complaints. Because like what was it, the World Boss Raid? They fixed that within like the same day that we had the problem.
It took them like 3 hours to fix it.
I feel like they'll fix it. I just think they're kind of, I don't know. I think this
was not a purpose mistake. This was not on purpose. Yeah. They was just they were like, "Oopsie, my bad." But it's just it's so bad.
I am disappointed though that they're not being added to the unfeatured pool, because it's hoping that would be a thing, and then JP would get it next week. Because that would be very.
I think whoever made this mistake is probably like a newer, employee, and like hasn't really dealt in like the gacha market before. He just made this mistake, and he probably already got
He probably got slapped in the face.
He probably
Fired.
got slapped.
You're gone.
By the people.
You got the C word, and he's gone.
Yeah.
I don't know if you say that.
19. No, because it really is. Because here's the thing, right? I assume Mystic also said in his video and Speedy maybe ignorant that it wasn't a bad idea to just skip Bond because he would be in banners.
Right.
But after his banner left is when they addressed. Oh, by the way,
that's the biggest issue. It's like we're making videos and we're telling people like, hey, it's okay to skip Bond because he's going to be in the general pool, and then you have people skipping Bond thinking that he's going to be in the general pool, and then he's not in the general pool.
Or at least the coin shop after his banner.
Yeah.
Wouldn't be there either.
Yeah, but that means that Merlin is not going to be in the coin shop next week.
Yeah, they'll probably wait like 1 week.
Directly from Bond. Which means that if Super Boss King comes out, Speedy brought this up, if Super Boss King comes out and she's like really good for it, she's not gonna be in the coin shop next week, which is another reason you might want to summon for her.
Everyone's gonna have like their hands in their pocket when Super Boss King comes out, because that event's gonna be like super hard and global.
The nice thing about Super Boss though is Super Boss is here for a long time, right?
Yes.
It's not like a 1 week event. It's usually like a 3 week event.
You want to do it every day to get the coins every day.
Right, but you can at least do
because you don't have Merlin is a problem.
We're going to at least from the data mine, you can do the what do you call any difficulty. So like you can at least do the easiest difficulty more than once to make up for it.
Yeah, I was gonna say, if you actually summon this banner, right, you do have a good chance of pulling 2 of the units that are gonna be good for it, which are Jericho and Elaine.
Yep.
But what's the chance of pulling Jericho in the other banner? It's 0.14. In this banner, 0.21. It's not that big of a difference, but
yeah, it's not. Plus, also Jericho you can pick up from the coin shop, so it's not really.
I think pulling as many Jerichos as you can is good, because her dupes actually matter. Unlike most units, right? Most units dupes don't matter as much, but her dupes like actually matter. That's the whole center of the unit is her ultimate.
I just went in. I was just telling you guys before. I went in and bought 2 copies of Jericho. Max her out. My Jericho is now 6/6.
I think the issue with the Super Boss is gonna be like if King gets like ultimates really fast and he just basically one-shots you with his ultimates and you don't have Merlin. I think that could be the biggest problem, but I feel like you should be able to beat it at least on the easiest difficulty.
Right. And that's the main thing, right? You can do it. It's going to take a lot more stamina and a lot more time, but you should be able to farm the costume, which is the main thing, from just doing the easiest difficulty.
Mhm.
Don't you have to like
So-
trade up to get the costume?
No,
From-
there's not going to be
No, no, no,
multiple
no.
currencies.
It's going to be the new system,
Oh, okay.
which is much better. It's much superior than the old system. So PVE wise, I think Merlin, like the only PVE content Merlin would be actually helpful is Super Boss King and the Grey Demon.
Grey Demon is huge because we don't have Gother right now.
But
Magic
I
as
don't
well.
think you need her for Grey Demon if you already have King.
If you have,
Like-
well, here's the thing. For Extreme, without Gother, you need a way to stay alive. And if you
Mhm.
don't have Green Elizabeth, you need Merlin.
Yeah.
Otherwise, like, you can just not do Extreme. That's perfectly fine. But I'm saying, if in order to do Extreme, you need Merlin or Elizabeth.
No, because here's the thing, right? I actually think Gopher comes out next week. I genuinely think Gopher might come out next week.
Okay.
So, because here's the thing, right? They're dropping. Hideki posted on Twitter, the Sood man. He posted on Twitter the Death Pierce. Right? I'm gonna bring it up on my
Oh yeah, I
screen.
saw that the season pass thing, right?
He put on Twitter the Death Pierce. Death Pierce is coming out probably next
Doggy
week for
dog.
Global, and he will be just a battle pass unit. He
That's
didn't
good.
get any
That's
ban. He didn't mine any banners, right? And that's really good because Death Pierce is a doo-doo unit. You don't want to summon for him.
Right. Okay, so
But-
they're skipping a banner for him. Okay.
That means that they have a slot for next week's banner, and he hasn't like data mined any other banners, so it just could just be gold.
Right, and then you have to remember that of all like those dual unit banners, we haven't gotten a single one. So chances are that it's going to be the only single banner unit we have, which is Gother.
Mm-hmm.
Because we don't have a banner data mine for Demon Meliodas without Galland, right?
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, that makes it a
Well,
good
when-
chance that it's Gother.
When did let me see, when did Hideki get the leak from it? It was the 20th, so it was like 4 days ago. We still have time for them to like actually put in the files the banner that's coming out. But I think we have a good shot of being Gopher. And if it's Gopher, it's a really good skip Merlin. Like it's a really good skip on Merlin and just go full in on Gopher, get as many dupes as you can.
Yeah, I think the correct move is to skip here because you don't want to pull. Here's the trade-off, right? You can get, let's say you have 5 coins and you have whatever gems. You can either summon for the unit or you can get the unit with coins. But the thing is,
Mhm.
if Gother comes out, and I mentioned this before we started recording, there's going to be a decent period of time while the banner is out to when the unit gets added to the coin shop. And there's only
Which is the
one
problem.
unit where if you don't pull that unit right away, you miss out on so much. Like, you fall behind so much. And that is Gother.
Yeah,
the-
and here's the thing, right? Gopher's coming out next week, and Bond will be in the coin shop. So whoever didn't summon for Bond
You can
will
get 'em
pick
there.
up Bond with Gopher. Like they'll summon for Gopher, get coins on Gopher's banner, and get Bond. Right
Yep.
now, if you summon for Merlin, you're just gonna get coins and sit with them because there's nothing to buy. I don't know.
Yeah, and then you
I
won't be,
think-
like, you might be able to buy Gother from the coin shop, but who knows, like,
in
it's
2
gonna be
weeks.
like 2 weeks after his banner comes out.
Yeah, so I think
Minimum.
to me, I'm skipping Merlin. I personally will be skipping Merlin. You did your multis.
I did my summons because I just did it for the entertainment.
The summons,
Yeah.
and what did you skip, Merlin?
I summoned a summon.
Like I personally, I don't like. I already play JP, and I'm still maining JP. I used to play JP, but not maining as much.
Mhm.
I still main JP because it's the superior version. So I don't want to invest too much money on global for me to just summon on every banner, and
Yeah.
that's why I'm skipping. Yeah, I would recommend skipping Merlin just because Gopher is superior.
Can we talk about fucking-
everything.
The Merlin stamp pack, dude.
You can get those for free,
Look at they're selling them.
but you can get these for free.
No, but why are they selling them?
I don't know, like they sell everything.
They
They
do.
open the shop. They sell everything.
Global version is their little
Oh,
money.
these stamps are just emojis. They're not even the useful ones.
Useless. If you buy them,
Oh yeah,
Waste of
these
money.
emojis you can get for free.
It's like 10 USD. Like 8 euros, 10 USD. Oh my
No,
god.
these emojis you can get for free. Only if you just want them already. You just buy it. I mean, pretty much the whole shop is things that you can get for free. But if you want earlier, you can buy. That's the whole model, right?
I don't think that's an issue. It's not like it's giving it. It's like, oh, I had this emoji over you. I win.
Yeah, it's not
Bow
like it's a
down
pay to
to
win
me
thing.
as I emoji you as I beat you in my coin shop bond that you don't
You
have.
know, the only pay to win emoji is the go for rank up because that's really good. But you like, I actually got for free from I think chapter 4 missions or something.
Yeah,
So-
everyone should already have it at this point. Not that big of a
Yeah.
deal.
so yeah,
Okay, but besides that, I think we pretty much covered everything related to
Yeah.
this banner.
Yeah, I hate to keep telling people to skip banners, but Global has been doing some weird stuff, man. Because JP, they dropped well, the first banner was like Elizabeth, right? Green
Yeah.
Elizabeth, and that for JP was a trash banner. I think people might have skipped that. But afterwards was Merlin and Halberd, wasn't it?
I think
Wasn't-
it was Merlin
wasn't
and
there-
Helbram, or it was Blue Elizabeth afterwards.
I know for sure that Merlin and Halberd was a must summon.
I think
So-
it was Merlin and Helbram. It was like
I
the
don't
first
think
one.
they're gonna do I don't think they're gonna do the Blue Elizabeth banner. I think they're gonna do the same thing like maybe with the Hawk Pass season 2. They probably just add her on the Hawk Pass.
Well, we already have
I
Blue
don't-
Elizabeth in the game. They're not going to make a banner on her.
Are we talking about the same Blue Elizabeth? I thought isn't.
Oh,
the
I was talking
regular-
about Blue Ellie Hawk.
no, I'm talking about the other one.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, they could just make the same thing because this is the first time they introduce a character as a season pass, and they could actually do that for other characters. I hope they do that on GP. I actually hope they do that on GP for non-hype characters.
What do you mean? You
'Cause
don't want to
then-
spend $100 on a gallon banner?
No, because the season pass, if they do the same price as global or as GP, costs like $8. The most recent one, that's how much it
Yeah.
costs. Because it has a character, it might be more expensive. I don't know, but if they copy the model, I mean, not really, because the value for the recent Hawk Pass, it was like two guaranteed part 2 tickets, which is much
Yep.
better than Death
It was 3.
Nah, three.
It was two
one
from
free.
the Hawk Pass itself. One you got free to play.
Yeah, one was free. The other
It was
two were
3 in
paid,
total,
right?
2 if you bought it.
Yeah, so 2 of them were paid for 8, which is much better than 1 Death Pierce.
Yes.
So they might
I
be the
guess
same price.
depending on the unit, yes.
Okay.
Yeah,
Let's
because you can pull
let's say
down
like they
every
make
tickets.
I don't know, something else.
Yeah, they probably will drop the non-hype units as like pass, which would be nice. Like maybe the next because on GP they sold the Gallon and Alaska for $100 with 100 gems, right?
Yep.
As a pack. If you wanted them earlier, before they dropped in the coin shop, they could drop Monspeed as a season pass. The coin shop Monspeed.
You know what's crazy? They're gonna catch up to JP in like 4 months, dude.
They are.
Yes.
They could easily.
pretty
If they ramp up characters like this, they could catch the JP, and then the global version will be as good as the JP version, because then they will have to drop the same patches, right?
But to be fair, Korean version and Japanese version will always have like the first say in a sense. I'm pretty sure everything that Global's doing has to get approved by Korea first. It's not like they can just do whatever they want on their own.
Yeah, I think this mistake was not approved though. I think the tax mistake was not approved.
Yo, yeah, the other people, the Korean are not working right now, so they can't probably see it. So once they see it, you know.
Okay.
Yo,
Well,
doing?
okay. Relax.
But I think that's the video. I think
Yeah.
Merlin for me is an easy skip.
Yep.
If you already are high on PvP, 2 or 3 multis will not hurt you because you're already getting good gems every week, right? But as like, I don't know, if you're like rank 15, not the best banner. That's
So
it.
what about people re-rolling? Would you recommend them to re-roll for her?
It's
Hell
actually
no.
You shouldn't re-roll right now. You should re-roll when Gulthor comes out.
Yeah, if you're
Sure.
gonna reroll anyways, reroll for Gopher.
yeah. It's not like you're missing anything. Like if you're already starting this late, you can wait another week.
Sub to Mystic, sub to Ignis, sub to Speedy, yeah, that's it. Stop recording.
Do the stuff. Good night.